Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's Natalie here for another video. As you can tell from the title of today's video, I'm going to be going over with you guys how I was able to start my business in just 21 days or 3 weeks. Honestly, you guys, I have an entire video of walking you through step by step. I'll link that down below. My first business was an online boutique, and so if you want to start an online boutique, I would say check out that video. But I want to make this video for all industries, no matter where you are. Even if you don't know what you want to do yet, I want to help you with 4 things that helped me to start my business in like a short period of time. I wanted more. I was working my full-time job at the time, which I liked my job. Y'all, like, you know how you like your job, but at the same time, like, you don't want to get up to go to your job every day. Do y'all feel me? So that's where I was. Like, I loved what I did. I was a teacher. I love teaching math, but I wanted something more. I was like, is this really it, right? So we strive our whole life to get to college, then go to college, then graduate, then get this job. And I've done all of those steps, and I just could not see where in this job I would get to where I want to be. My only thought was I need to start a business, and my desire for wanting more is the only thing that kept me going continuously, even when it was really difficult. So my question to you is, do you want it bad enough? Do you want change bad enough? But really the question is, do you believe that you are actually have the ability to start a business and that business can actually be successful? So I had no idea that what this business would bring me. I had no idea that within 8 months I would be doing it full time. I had no idea that I would meet so many of you and have this channel, but it all just kind of happened because I wanted it bad enough. And I just had a slight belief that I could actually like achieve something good. Even if I don't see how I would get there, I believed in it. So it starts with you believing in yourself and then having that desire for more in order to start. I went out and did my research. So I didn't stop my researching, y'all. There were actually days, like weeks, and I had the luxury of being a full-time teacher, and so we had the summertime off, so that's when I opened my business. But you know, for days, you guys, I would just sit on my couch with my laptop open, just doing all the research and making a plan and writing out the steps. You know, it's not going to always be handed to you. You cannot expect for anybody at all to freely give you information. Yes, we have the luxury now of YouTube videos, but even past that, if you really want to be successful and start in a short amount of time and you want to take it into your own hands, you have to be willing to do your own work. This will not be handed to you, just how your success won't be handed to you. So you have to be willing right now to be able to say, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get started. Had to focus. So I, like a lot of you, got into information overload where I had so much information. I was like, okay sis, I have all this information, how do I actually start? Like, where do I actually go? Like, what are the steps to actually get started? And so I had to go into a level of focus where I tuned out everything, you guys. I was not on social media. I was not talking really to anybody, which is probably not the best thing, but I had to really focus. I did not tell anybody about my business at all until it was legally formed, meaning until I had my LLC formed. I had my EIN number. I had my bank account set up. I had my social media set up. I bought my domain. After those steps were done, after it was a concrete business, then I let people know about it. But you just can't trust that everyone around you is going to be in your circle, in your corner, rooting for you to do well in your business. You know, a lot of people want to have a business, but they have never tried it before. So for you to go out and start a business, you're going to be one of the ones where people are like, are you sure? Or you're just doing too much, or you trying to move too fast. People will not really understand in the beginning until you actually show them that you're serious. So for me, I had to really focus. I didn't tell anybody about it. I just, you know, was praying and was like, God, give me the ideas and give me the pieces to put it together. And like I said, once it was actually concrete and real, then I let people know about it. And I did that because then whatever their opinions were, it couldn't move me. Like, I already have my LLC. I already invested all this money. I don't care what you're going to say. It's going to get done. It's going to take a level of commitment. Get focused. You need to come up with a game plan. I always tell those who I coach, you want to come up with like a launch day checklist where you, at the top of that checklist, you have the date that you're going to start. Like, pick a date. This is how I was able to launch in 3 weeks. I picked a date. I'm gonna start July 1st. I don't care what gets in the way, what I got going on. That's gonna be my start date. So I put the date at the very top. And then I wrote down, okay, I have all this information. What's every single little thing that needs to get done before I can say I'm open, right? I need to get a PO box. I need to set my website up. I need to put my product in because I have a product-based business. By the way, you guys, I have an online clothing boutique. I also own the Fearless Clothing brand, and I have a book. So I was like, what do I need to do before I can actually say that I'm going to be open? But not just making a to-do list, because how many of us make to-do lists that get lost in paper somewhere? So next to every item, next to everything that I need to do, I put a date next to it. And no matter what, those dates next to each item must be before my overall launch date. This is how I made sure that no matter what, I'm going to start this business, because by June 22nd, I'm going to have my PO box. And by June 30th, I'm going to have my photo shoot, right? Because every little thing is going to be set up. And I'm not going to just say this is a tentative, flexible schedule. No, this is a hard, must-happen schedule. No matter what anybody asks me to do, go out to eat, have fun, watch a movie, it has to prioritize around this to-do list, around my launch day checklist. And having that level of focus and determination is what helped me to launch, because nothing that anybody said or asked me to do could go against this to-do list. I still, you know, did what I had to do, hung out with friends and family. I still had a life, but that life revolved around my to-do list, my launch day checklist, until I launched. And I had to have that level of focus, because if you're going to be serious about it, you got to be serious about it. Starting in a short amount of time, starting in any frame of time, it's going to take you really being focused. You are the person, right? It's your business. It is your outcome. It is your life. It is your transformation that you want to see. So you are in control here. The last thing that helped me to start in a short amount of time, you guys, was being fearless. I'm not just saying that because this is my clothing brand. I actually created this clothing brand around my level of fearlessness that I've gained over the past few years of being an entrepreneur and just being a go-getter. So when I say being fearless, literally, fear crept up so many times, and even today it creeps up before I do something new, but it crept up so many times before I actually launch, right? We have those thoughts of, will it actually be successful? People support me? Will I get sales? Will it be successful? Will I fail? You know, you have all of these thoughts and doubts and worries going through your mind. It's normal, because you're stepping outside of your comfort zone, doing something different than you ever done before. So I used to have those doubts and those worries. I made the decision that I was just going to take that fear, like imagine fear just being right here in your mind. I literally said, I'm just going to take it, I'm going to put it over here in this box and sit it to the side. That fear still may exist. I'm not going to allow it to stop me from opening my business. And literally, it's a mindset thing. And you guys, no matter what, like, do it scared. Well, fear, again, like I said, has crept up before I did something new, before I had this clothing brand, before I started my YouTube channel. Fear is always there knocking at the door, and constantly I'm reminded of when I started my business. I always tell myself, well, Natalie, you overcame fear that one time, right? This is why overcoming fear is so important, because now going forward in business, I can continually overcome it. It's not like a one-time thing, right? You just understand that you can defeat it, right? So I say, Natalie, you've had that fear before, you've overcome it. So why would you let it stop you now? As I understand that at the other side of it, it's going to be my success. It's happened before. So I know that it can continue happening for me as I continue growing my business and my brand. So I want you guys to have that same mindset, adopt that same mindset as you're getting started to do anything. Understand that you have the power and the control to say, fear, that's cool, but you got to go over here, and literally tie it up and just let it sit there. Yes, when you think about it, if you harp on it, it still might be a little bit of fear there, but understand that you just have to ignore it and push past to get things done. People always say, how do you overcome fear to start, or how do you overcome the fear of blah blah blah? And it's literally with a plan, with strategy. I always overcome fear with a plan and strategy. I just say, fear, you gotta go. And instead of me being afraid of people not supporting me, I'm gonna do this, and this to make sure that I get support, right? I'm gonna make sure that I do this in honor, this in excellence, and have great customer service, and I will get support. And so think about, what are you afraid of? Why are you afraid of it? And what can you do to combat that fear? So this is literally everything that I had to do, you guys, really dealing with mindset and just myself and getting myself on track to launch my business in just 21 days. It was not a walk in the park, right? It was not a cakewalk. It literally was difficult, but with my research, with my desire and hunger for more, with my focus and my fearlessness, I got it done in 3 weeks. And if I can do it, little old me, if I can do it, then you can definitely do it as well, y'all. I used to always say that I'm someone who, I'm not creative. When I had a desire to be creative, I was like, where's this even coming from? I'm not a creative person, but God showed me otherwise. He reminded me that in the book of Genesis, he shows us that we were made in his image. And if he's creative and he's my father, then clearly I am also created to be creative as well. And so same thing goes for you all. I hope this was a helpful video for you all. Thank you guys so much for coming to my channel. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button down below and make sure you guys like the video if you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, bosses.